This is part 4 of me going through all the comics associated with the Hellraiser franchise. Here we go. The next comic series to feature the Hellraiser branding would come out of Boom Studios in 2011, and this is Hellraiser numbers 1 through 20, plus the Hellraiser Annual. Now, this is a 21-issue storyline that is co-written by Clive Barker himself and acts as a sequel to the original 2 films. This series follows Kirsty Cotton once again as she leads a new group of harrowers, who are people that have run afoul of Cenobites in the past, as they hunt down and destroy any lament configuration that they find out about. After defeating a few Cenobites as a team, they're brought low eventually, with many of them and Kirsty's fiancé being turned into Cenobites themselves. During the series, Harry D'Amour from the Lord of Illusions franchise is brought into this Hellraiser story. This story also introduces different hells, or basically different levels of hell that we've heard about before, just finally actually expanded upon in the Hellraiser franchise. In this series, Pinhead is actually tired of being a Hell Priest, and he devises a plan to try and escape once and for all. The first 10 or so issues are a great Hellraiser sequel, but the last couple of story arcs get a little big and crazy, including a planet-sized cosmic Pinhead threat. At some point along the way, Kirsty and Pinhead have another big showdown, at the end of which Pinhead actually convinces Kirsty to take over his place as the Hell Priest and become the new Pinhead. All the while, he actually gets returned to Earth in human form for the first time in many, many years. After Kirsty becomes Pinhead, she decides to become a more understanding Hell Priestess than we've known before. Meanwhile, a now human Pinhead, aka Elliot Spencer, enacts his plan to become even more powerful than he's ever been. Eventually, Kirsty and some new allies have to take down that new cosmically powered Elliot Spencer and return order to all levels of hell and Earth itself. The next series to feature the Hellraiser franchise was Hellraiser Masterpieces numbers 1 through 12 in 2011. Now, this series, which was collected into 2 different trade paperbacks, was simply a reprint of a lot of the stories from that original 20-issue Hellraiser series. Nothing new here. Like for part 5.